Have you ever replayed the same situation in your head over and over again? You analyze what you said, what you should have said, and what the other person might be thinking. Hours pass, but your mind refuses to let it go. That a mental loop has a name. It's called overthinking. And today we're going to explore the psychology behind why it happens and how to stop it. Why our brain overthinks overthinking isn't just a bad habit. It's actually something your brain evolved to do. Your mind is constantly trying to predict the future and avoid danger. Thousands of years ago, this ability helped humans survive. If our ancestors could imagine possible threats, predators, enemies, or mistakes, they had a better chance of staying alive. So the brain developed a system that constantly simulates possibilities. It asks questions like, what if this goes wrong? What if people judge me? What if I make a mistake? The problem is, your brain doesn't always know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one, so it keeps running the same mental simulations again and again. The overthinking loop. Psychologists describe overthinking as a mental loop. First, something small happens. Maybe you send a message. Maybe you say something in a conversation. Maybe someone looks at you a certain way. Then your brain begins analyzing the situation. You start asking questions. Did I say the wrong thing? Did they misunderstand me? Do they think I'm stupid? Instead of finding answers, your mind keeps generating more questions. And the more you think about it, the more important the problem begins to feel. This is why overthinking often turns small situations into big worries. The hidden cost of overthinking. Overthinking doesn't just waste mental energy. It can actually increase stress and anxiety. When your brain repeatedly imagines negative scenarios, your body reacts as if those situations are real. Your heart rate increases, your stress hormones rise, and your mind becomes trapped in a cycle of worry. Ironically, the brain believes it is solving problems, but most of the time, it's only replaying them. How to break the overthinking cycle? The key to stopping overthinking is understanding one important truth. Thoughts are not always facts. Just because your mind imagines a scenario doesn't mean it will happen. One simple technique psychologists recommend is labeling the thought. Instead of engaging with the thought, you simply notice it. You say to yourself, this is overthinking. By labeling the thought, you create distance between you and your mind. Another powerful technique is shifting your focus to action. Overthinking happens when the brain stays in analysis mode. But when you take action, even small action, the mental loop breaks. Movement interrupts rumination. Overthinking is something almost everyone experiences. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's simply your brain trying to protect you. But once you understand how the mind works, you can start to take back control. Because the moment you realize that not every thought deserves your attention is the moment your mind finally begins to quiet down.